Hello you guys, welcome to Beauty in the Garden. I'm T. In this video today, my nieces are going to be doing all of the harvesting today. I am feeling like I'm doing a lot better to do this voiceover for this video. So right now here, she's going to go ahead and harvest some onions. And these are my white onions, and they're starting to lean over, and that's how you know that they are ready. So she's gonna go ahead and walk along and see what she can find. I can see that the zinnias are doing absolutely amazing. She's gonna go ahead and harvest some of my noodle beans. These are the Chinese noodle beans. Now I do have the green and the purple variety. Here are some of the green noodle beans. Now she is using the Vivison pruners in this video. I will put a link in the description below on how you can go about finding these exact pruners. So now she is going into the main garden. So right now she's going to go ahead and harvest some of the Chinese noodle beans, and this right here is the purple variety. Down below here is my Beautee Espan peppers. They are a Spanish big mammoth like pepper, and so she's going to go ahead and harvest a couple of these. I do like to wait till they get a lot bigger and they get big and red, but she's gonna go ahead and harvest some now anyways, which you guys can see here. It is a gorgeous pepper. It has a nice sheen to it. It's strong and it is crunchy, so who doesn't like a crunchy pepper dipped in some ranch dressing? I'm feeling really blessed that my family was here to help me along with this process of me getting well. I'm feeling very, very blessed to have family and great support. Right beside it, if you see that plant that's went to seed, that was a parsley plant. My bees do love it, so it does help out a lot. Right now she's going to go ahead and harvest some of my okra. Now some of them did get a little hard, but all in all most of them did not. So she's going to go ahead and take up as many as she can find. So I do have the crimson spineless okra, a pink okra, and a burgundy okra. Next year I will be doing a multi-variety pack that I did pick up from Walmart, and I think that one was by Burpees, and I will be planting that next year, and it's supposed to have like a white okra, a green okra, orange okra, burgundy, and a pink okra. It's a blend pack, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to get, but I think that's what I'm going to try out next season. They're doing such an amazing job. I'm so proud of them. Now right here is my oldest niece. And she does have her own little channel. It is Shopping with LaFawn, and her sister does it as well with her. So it's a pretty cool thing to watch as well. I will put her link of her videos in the description box below. And guys, look at all of the beautiful peppers and okra. So right now she's going to go ahead and harvest some of the Jimmy Nordellos. Now this is one of my mom's favorite peppers. I do like these as well. I did do a video of me putting this into my omelet. I did an omelet video, how to cook an omelet with your garden food. So I'll have that video as well in the description if you do want to check that video out as well. Or you can just type in the search and you can find that video as well. Okay, so right here is some pole beans. I did pick these seeds up from our local nursery, and it's just a regular green bean, just as a runner. So she's going to be harvesting those as well. Now I noticed that I think what I'm going to do is going to do some more trellising, a little bit different next season, because I do want a little bit more beans than I got this year. So what I'm going to be doing is doing a little bit more high arc trellising so I can get a little bit more production. I'm just not quite sure on the design element on how I would like for the arches to go and where I would like them to go. So I'm very particular on how I place things. So yeah, I'll be doing more beans next season. These precision pruners are excellent for tight spaces. So really when you have a lot of leaves and you want to get in there and get to it, I do like the needle nose pruners. So she did go back and go get the rest of the onions because now I'm outside with her and I was showing her that these ones need to be harvested as well. So she's going to go ahead and pull up all of the rest of these onions because they are all ready to go. Now my verbenas in the front, they do need a little bit more fertilizer because I can tell with the yellowing in the leaves, but I will get around and try to take care of as much things as I can. There were some more beans as well that was left behind, and we want to go ahead and get those. So those beans on the plant can actually go ahead and produce more beans for you. So if you leave on your beans on your plant too long and it actually wants to drop it and dry up, so you want to go ahead and pick those so they can put out more beans, okay? The joy of having such a productive garden is to be able to feed your family, feed family and friends. It's just a very exciting feeling, a really joyful feeling to just go out to your yard and go ahead and harvest your food. So I'm very happy to show each and every one of you that you can do this. Keep going. Plants die. You always don't have success in the garden, but if you keep going and you start learning how things work for you in your area, it's a beautiful feeling once you get it up and going, okay? So we're going to go ahead and remove all of these onions as well, besides a couple. So we're just going to go ahead and take these up as well. Now I do go ahead and pull even the teeny ones up if I feel like they're bent over as well, and I go ahead and I use them as kind of like a pearl onion, and I just go ahead and roast those, or I'll toss those in some butter and fresh garlic with salt and pepper, and then I will go ahead and toss in some fresh green beans with a little bit of pimento peppers, and it's just a great dish. Okay, so that's what I would do with my little pearl onions. So she's working her way along, harvesting as much as she can here. And that is my hand. Right there. The zinnias, you guys, are doing so good. I'm so happy about the zinnias this year. I know for sure I am going to be planting more. I am going to go buy some tape, and so I can tag the color of the flowers, so I can go ahead and color coordinate if I want a particular color in a certain area. So I'm going to go ahead and take some color tape and tag which ones are pink, which ones are orange, which ones are lighter color as well. So I did see some more beans, so they're gonna go ahead and pick those off. I'm not gonna do a second batch of beans. I can because we have a long season, but I do want to kind of get my ground ready for other things. So I'm not gonna go ahead and do a second round of beans. Right here is my other niece. Okay, this is the younger one, and she is helping out as well. So now we're gonna go ahead and work our way to the tomato alley. So right here, we're gonna go ahead and start off at the black cherry tomatoes. For some reason, I think the sun didn't get to the black cherry tomatoes enough, because I'm assuming that's the way they turn darker, because these black cherry tomatoes on the photo were completely almost purple, and they weren't. So we're gonna go ahead and pick these, and I noticed that I have either a bird or some type of mouse or something that ate my tomato. I'm assuming it was a bird though. But they are absolutely delicious. Might be a mouse. So right here is my black cherry tomatoes. I was hoping that they got a little bit darker, but they're absolutely delicious. So, and all in all of the tomato plants are doing amazing. Everything is nice, green, and healthy. Right here is the yum yum peppers. I do enjoy these. We will be harvesting some of these as well today. But right here, below here, is the Rio Grande tomatoes that are finally starting to blush and turn and get ready to harvest. So here is the yum yum peppers. They're turning red, so the red ones are what we're going to be harvesting today in this video. You can harvest them at any stage or any color you prefer. I decided to harvest the ones that turned red. And plus as well, the small yum yum peppers are great for your children. If you wanted to put the peppers in a small tray to take them for lunch, they can just pop those and eat those. They're very sweet. So this is a great option if it's something that your children would enjoy snacking on. And right here is my Brandy Wines, and my Brandy Wines are finally blushing. They're doing amazing. They're huge. I'm just loving how they are turning out. And right beside it is the yellow Stouffer tomatoes. This is the variety that I think will do amazing on the grill because it doesn't have a congealed center. It would probably be great for stuffing. So this right here is the yellow Stouffer tomato. I do want to do a little bit more cooking videos, but I'm trying to get myself into the feel of putting out more content that you guys would enjoy. So yes, this tomato right here will be a great cooking tomato. Now I will go ahead and harvest them both and put them in a sunny windowsill and go ahead and get those to ripen up. So right here is my mini bells. They are little mini bell peppers. Like I said, I think they'll be great in a lunchbox. I will be harvesting those as well when they turn. So we're going to go ahead and harvest some more of the white onions because some of them are bent over, and we're going to go ahead and store those away and get those ready for drying so we can go ahead and cure them. So we did harvest quite a bit of onions today. And it was great to show my nieces how to go about harvesting certain things. They're really enjoying themselves harvesting, and I am so joyed that they are enjoying themselves because at a young age, it's just an amazing thing to see that their eyes are open to something other than the typical things that we do on a regular basis. So I did go ahead and harvest these at an orange stage. Now they will turn yellow, orange, red, or you can harvest them as well when they're green. Right behind here is my long cherry tomatoes. Now I'm not going to tell you guys any lies. This tomato variety, I did purchase this from the Dollar Tree. I do not really care for the taste of this. It is okay. It is not the best. I think it'll be great for like you want to put this and dice up in an omelet because it's not sweet, it's not tangy, it's like that in between, and I prefer to have a nice sweet cherry tomato, and this one is not quite that sweet to me, so I prefer to probably most likely cook it or roast it with some potatoes. But they do produce very well. So as we make our way over, we're going to go ahead and harvest the mini bells. We had quite a bit of them. And like I said, I really like enjoying those. I just like eating those with some ranch. So that's just something I enjoy doing. As we make our way up, this is right here is my Gilbertis. My Gilbertis, you guys, I just love the flavor of these. If you ever get a pack of these seeds, please try them. They are absolutely delicious. The Gilbertis are amazing. They have a wonderful flavor. Right here are my big boys. Okay. And these right here are my Jubilees. These are a bright orange tomato. My niece was so excited about these. I guess because they were so nice size and they were so shiny. They haven't even turned yet, but these are my Jubilees. They are orange tomato. On over to the cucumber. This right here is the Boston pickling. I like to kind of harvest them at this size right here. Now you can harvest them a little smaller. go ahead and harvest almost all of the cucumbers off of this plant, and the ones that I do miss, my mom's gonna go ahead behind me and go ahead and harvest the rest that the girls did miss. But it's such a good feeling, you guys, to see my nieces in the garden. And this is the Boston pickling. I actually grew the Boston pickling for my husband. My husband loves pickles, and I'm going to go ahead and jar these. Our basket is getting full. Now this year I did go ahead and plant up 4 different varieties. And right here is the yard-long cucumber. It looks pretty weird, but they were so excited to pick that one. And right down here I have my rosemary and my chives and my mums right here. And right here is the California Wonder bell peppers. Now I'm so happy that I'm finally getting some peppers on these plants because they were ate up by beetles, and they're finally putting on some beautiful fruit. Now I'm going to go ahead and work my way around to the other side of my greenhouse, and I'm going to go ahead and harvest these cucumbers. And right here we have the munchers and the straight 8 varieties on this side. This right here is the one my daughter likes the most because she says it doesn't have the spikies on it. Okay, so onto the sand pit. I did do a previous video of us harvesting the squash. So in this video I won't be harvesting any of the squash out of the sand pit, but I am going to be harvesting some carrots. So I'm going to be showing my nieces how to go about finding the right ones to pull up is by feeling around the soil, and you kind of can tell a little bit of like how thick the carrot is. Sometimes when the carrot raises above the soil, you can quite tell that it is ready to be pulled. It's always a delight to pull up carrots because it's kind of like what a surprise. You don't even know what size your carrot is, how wide it's going to be, how wonky it's going to be. So you get pretty cool shapes. Our basket is full. So we can head to the back garden. Here is a pot of banana peppers, and we're gonna go ahead and harvest some of these. So my niece wanted to go ahead and harvest some beans. I told her go ahead, and as well, these are the beans that I told you that look like the fire beans, but they were purple tinged. So the fire beans are the pinkish color, fuchsia light. This one is a nice little purple color. But definitely next year, I'm going to go ahead and figure out another way so I can plant more beans. I do want a little bit more beans than I had this year. I was going to do a second batch, but I have some other things going on, and I decided that next year I will make sure that I'll go ahead and figure out another way and another system that I think will look perfect for the size area, so I can have more beans in a productive space. My niece wanted to harvest this sugar pie pumpkin and it was ready. So isn't this cute? She was so excited about harvesting this. So the tomato that we're going to first harvest now is the Roma tomato, and the Roma tomato that we're about to harvest had blossom end rot on the bottom. The blossom end rot comes from when the calcium in the soil is not able for the plant to pull it up, and it came from the fact that it's in a pot and a not consistent watering so the plant can pull up the calcium. Now, the next issue that I end up having with growing in my pots with tomatoes, that right here I ended up getting split tomatoes when it gets too much water at one time. But it's great to grow in pots, being the fact that I am growing indeterminate tomatoes inside these pots. The watering is a lot harder than it is for if you had a determinate tomato, which consistent watering will be easier because the plant will only get to a certain size. over here is my other yellow pear tomatoes. Now, my pear tomatoes did fall over in the wind. We did have a recent storm come through, but all in all, they are doing good. Finished harvesting all of the yellow pear tomatoes, and now I'm going to go ahead and grab these last two Roma tomatoes and let them fully ripen. Right here is all of the peppers. The peppers are doing absolutely amazing. All of my tomatoes fell over. I told you guys, from the wind. I do have a lot of work to do, but I'll get around to doing it eventually. Right here are our serrano chilies. Right here is 2 of the black beauty eggplants. And right beside here is the Rosa Bianca eggplant. Here is all of my cantaloupe. My watermelon is right next to it. More cantaloupe. I really like cantaloupe. Since I was a little girl, I've always loved cantaloupe. This one right here is actually a tiger melon. Jalapeno peppers. I love using the jalapeno peppers and chili, especially in the winter time to warm up my chili. even my soup, even I put it in my chicken and rice just to give it a little heat. So it does help with, if you end up with like cold or anything like that, or you just want that nice warm feeling. You don't have to put much, just a little bit to give it just a little heat. Right here is my Hungarian wax. And we're going to go ahead and harvest all the red ones. Now I will be drying these. I'm going to put them on a string, and I will be tying those and letting them air dry. So basically, I'm just dehydrating them. Now we do have quite a bit. I have one more pot in the back. I do need to go ahead and string this as well. Well, use my Velcro and go ahead and get this one here propped back up. This one I just had her laid back in the pot. Right here, you guys, is my mom. She's gonna help me prop my pepper plant up. Some more jalapeno peppers. And my cayenne longs aren't ready yet. Right here is the honeycomb tomato. This is a little orange tomato. My green zebra. So right here I'm showing you how I went about going ahead and drying my onions. So this is all the onions that we harvest today. So right here is all of the harvest. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I do upload a video. And please check out Beauty in the Garden on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And remember, there's beauty in everyone's garden. And bye-bye for now.